Lesson 9 is asynchronous, and I wanted to explain some of the activities and just make sure that you understand what's expected. We have 5 learning goals here, and I'll just leave you to read them. Each of the learning goals is covered by an activity. The first activity is to write a concise, clear, well-written single paragraph articulating why we use statistics. So I am going to be assessing basically the quality of your writing and reasoning. So try to do your very best in this one paragraph. And then I'd like you to save the work in a Word file named, well, your last name and then lesson 9 in the Dropbox. For activity 2, you'll be downloading this Excel sample data set, and it'll show you the means and standard deviations for 3 different classes and the results for a test. And so I want you to take a look at those results. You can play with the data and see how different values can change the mean and the standard deviation. This is a bit of an exploratory exercise, so look at it carefully and try to play. And if you have any questions or you're totally flummoxed, you can email me. But I want you to answer these questions based on that. So this is kind of problem-based learning. The goal is for you to truly understand the difference between mean and standard deviation and why we have measures of standard deviation. Activity 3 is intended for you to get started with SPSS. So you're going to download this laptop data set, and I'm pretty sure all of you have SPSS loaded on your computers, and you're going to watch the intro to dataset video here because it's important that you actually understand what this data set is about. And then you're going to watch a video on how to calculate means and standard deviations in SPSS. Only a couple of minutes. It should be relatively straightforward. But when you're doing this the first time, there's always lots of things to distract you and confuse you. So then what I want you to do is, this is an Excel spreadsheet, and it has some spaces open for means and standard deviations of specific variables in this data set up here. And I want you to actually calculate the means and standard deviations and fill in the data set and then save it in a file called last name underscore practice means and standard deviations. So the goal of this is for you to be able to calculate means and standard deviations in SPSS. Very important skill for research. Now, I'll warn you that there could be some problems in this data set. And part of the problem is that someone probably has entered data in incorrectly. And so what I want you to do is watch this video on a frequency analysis in SPSS. It's really important for you to do frequency analysis on your data, particularly to see if you can find mistakes in typing or outliers. And so then I want you to run a frequency analysis on all the variables in that practice means and standard deviations Excel sheet up here. And I want you to clean up the data. So there's some problems with the data, and you're going to use a frequency analysis and watch that video just to see where those problems are. And then I want you to save the new data set into last name and then data set. And then finally, I want you to take a look at this normal distribution video. Don't do it too close to bedtime because well, maybe that's a good idea if you're having trouble sleeping because it's the normal distribution's a little bit dry. It's fundamental to statistics, but it is a bit dry. And then I want you to watch this actually kind of cool video. It's only 33 seconds long, and it shows you as you increase your sample size, the effect of that increase in size on the normal distribution. Fascinating stuff. And then if you have any questions, I want you to post them here, and I'll put a link there, and that'll be a Google Sheet. Uh, and that should be enough. Statistics is very tiring. I don't know how long this will take you. I want you to go very carefully and slowly on it. And I want you to ask questions if of me if you make sure don't sweat it out too long. If you really are confused, I'm happy to help you. And so there's no home activities because of all the hard work you're going to do with statistics. But you should be thinking about your very last assignment, which is due in 2 weeks.